Ken Jennings seemed taken aback when he read a clue on a recent Jeopardy episode. That is because the clue had a slang term for a female body part, and one that seemed a little juvenile and unlike words the popular game show would normally use. Here is what Ken had to say in the clue and how he reacted to the moment. Dave Bond was back on Jeopardy, hoping to extend his one-day winnings of $25,000 on Friday. The retired grant writer from West Henrietta, New York, had tough competition. Zach DeBoer was a graduate student from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and Aaron Adams, a historian and educator from Springfield, Tennessee. Dave was aggressive early on, and he took a big lead when he went all in on the first daily double of the game. This correct answer extended his score to $8,000 early in the game. Heading into the double Jeopardy round, Dave led with $8,400 compared to Zach's $6,000 and Aaron's $4,800. This led to the second batch of categories, one of which was for art. That is where the strangely worded clue came into play. When Dave chose the $800 clue in the category, Ken read, three-word title of a titan in the Prado. She's reaching for the forbidden fruit. He's reaching for her boob. Ken seemed as shocked as anyone else when he said the word boob. Zach buzzed in and said, what is Adam and Eve? Which was the correct answer. Heading into Final Jeopardy, Dave maintained his lead with $16,400 and won the game with $26,400. Jeopardy! Fans were shocked the word boob was in a Jeopardy clue. The show usually uses the more respectful word breast in these questions, but this was a case where it used a more slang-based word to describe the female body part. This led to many fans speaking out on social media about the clue. Today I learned you can say boob on Jeopardy! I was so distracted by Ken saying boob that I didn't even hear the clue. Alex used to give the writers feedback on their clues. Ken needs to start doing the same. I'm of course not at all offended, but I'm actually really surprised they used something so informal like boob and not breast or chest. Anyone else? Jeopardy! The venerated trivia show known for its intellectual rigor and dry humor is no stranger to the occasional eyebrow-raising moment. However, in a recent episode, the show took an unexpected detour into uncharted territory when a clue used what many viewers deemed an unconventional slang term for a female body part. The moment quickly went viral, igniting heated debates about appropriateness, intent, and the evolution of language in mainstream media. Here's a breakdown of the event that left fans and contestants alike both amused and bewildered. The moment came during a double Jeopardy round in the category Euphemisms Through History. The clue read, this slang term for a part of the female anatomy was once used as a catch-all word for gossip or idle chatter in the 16th century. The correct response? What is gossip's notch? The term, while historically accurate, was so obscure and unexpected that it momentarily stunned both the contestants and the audience. The word notch, used here as a euphemism for a private area, caused a ripple of nervous laughter to echo through the studio. Host Ken Jennings, ever the consummate professional, delivered the clue with a straight face, though his slight smirk did not go unnoticed by eagle-eyed fans. Within minutes of the episode airing, the moment was trending on social media. Fans flooded Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram with clips, memes, and commentary, oscillating between shock, amusement, and confusion. One Twitter user quipped, only Jeopardy could make an ancient euphemism for a woman's anatomy sound like a Shakespearean sonnet. Another chimed in, not me Googling gossip's notch and falling down a rabbit hole of 16th century slang. Thanks, Jeopardy! However, not everyone found the moment funny. Some viewers criticized the show for including such a term, questioning whether it was appropriate for a family-friendly program. It's supposed to be Jeopardy, not Cards Against Humanity. One commenter lamented, the inclusion of gossip's notch wasn't a random decision, it was rooted in historical linguistics. During the 16th century, euphemisms and metaphors were often employed to describe the human body, especially in literature and everyday speech. Gossip's notch was a colloquial term that not only referred to anatomy, but also symbolized a broader cultural fixation on women's conversations, which were often dismissed or ridiculed as trivial. While the term has long fallen out of use, its inclusion in Jeopardy highlighted the show's penchant for digging up linguistic oddities. For trivia buffs and etymology enthusiasts, it was a fascinating nugget of knowledge. I love how Jeopardy can take something potentially risque and turn it into a mini history lesson. One Reddit user wrote in defense of the clue, it's a reminder that language evolves, and what shocks us today was just casual chatter centuries ago. The debate surrounding the moment revealed a larger cultural divide over what constitutes appropriate content for television. On one side were fans who appreciated the show's fearless approach to trivia. These viewers argued that Jeopardy is, at its core, an educational program, and learning about historical slang, even if slightly risque, falls within its purview. Others, however, felt the clue was unnecessarily provocative. There are a million other euphemisms they could have used. One viewer complained on Facebook, "Why choose one that involves female anatomy? It feels like a cheap attempt at getting attention." Some critics also questioned whether the clue would have been written differently had it referenced male anatomy. Would Jeopardy ever use a slang term for a man's body part in the same way? One ex-user asked rhetorically, "Doubt it." As the host, Ken Jennings found himself at the center of the controversy. Known for his quick wit and ability to navigate awkward moments, Jennings handled the clue with characteristic poise. However, fans couldn't help but speculate about what he might have been thinking as he read it aloud. Ken Jennings deserves an Emmy for not laughing during that clue. One fan tweeted, "You could see the twinkle in his eye though." Jennings has yet to publicly comment on the incident, but his hosting style often reflects his deep respect for the show's traditions, even when faced with controversial moments. While the use of gossip's notch might feel unprecedented, Jeopardy has occasionally ventured into controversial territory before. In 2018, a final Jeopardy clue about feminine hygiene products sparked similar debates, with some fans applauding the show for normalizing a taboo topic and others deeming it inappropriate. Then there was the 2021 debacle when a contestant answered, "What is the G-spot?" to a clue about anatomical discoveries. Though the answer was incorrect, the moment went viral, proving that viewers are particularly sensitive to topics involving the human body. The inclusion of gossip's notch raises an interesting question about Jeopardy's role in modern pop culture. As a show that prides itself on educating its audience, it often walks a fine line between intellectual curiosity and maintaining its family-friendly image. Some media analysts believe the clue was a calculated risk. In an era where streaming platforms and social media dominate, even traditional shows like Jeopardy need moments that generate buzz. By incorporating a term that's both obscure and provocative, the show ensured it would remain part of the cultural conversation. Every time Jeopardy trends online, it brings in new viewers. One television critic observed, "Moments like this aren't accidental, they're strategic." As the dust begins to settle, it's clear that the gossip's notch moment has left a lasting impression. For fans of the show, it was a reminder of Jeopardy's unique ability to blend humor, history, and intellectual challenge. For critics, it underscored the importance of balancing education with sensitivity to audience expectations. Whether or not the show chooses to address the controversy directly, it has sparked important conversations about language, gender, and cultural taboos. At the very least, it's safe to say that contestants and viewers alike will be listening a little more closely the next time the category is euphemisms through history. For now, Jeopardy continues to do what it does best: celebrate knowledge in all its forms. While the gossip's notch clue may have been polarizing, it also demonstrated the power of language to surprise, amuse, and provoke thought.